a whole bunch of people telling you, hey, come out, buy a course, buy tickets to my seminar, do a 3 day online class, right? You probably hear a whole bunch of people telling you this. Now, mind you, I was 19 years old when I found out about real estate investing. And that was a dropout dropped out of college, and also stopped being a college athlete, being football, which I played my whole life. Shout out to the Bengals, we won today. That's the only reason you don't see me in the S2 gear, because you know what I'm saying, we repping. We in the postseason. Anyway, that being said, I was a whole bunch of things that I encountered. Buy this course, do this online class, do this, do this. So at first, I'm not about to just spend a whole bunch of money on all this stuff. I'm working as a car detailer. I'm just like out here trying to figure out my life or whatever. I was a believer in wholesale real estate though, right? So what I did is I got to step in the next day after I heard about wholesale real estate. I heard about wholesale real estate through what's called Breakfast Club, a pop culture medium. So this guy named Mark Williams. He told me about wholesaling real estate, and I believed exactly what he was saying. So I started looking up how to do it, and I just got the call, and the next day I got the stuff. That being said, as I started calling, it took me 9 months to get my first wholesale deal. Now, about 4 months in, I felt like I had to do something different. I was like, man, what the heck? I'm just calling, I have to do something different. Now, as I just mentioned, there was a whole bunch of people saying you can buy this course, you can take tickets to this seminar, online class. So I'm like, man, should I even do this? But there was one person in particular, shout out to King Kong, Wholesale to Millions. He had a course. It was a script. So he had a script, and his whole idea was like, guys, I can offer the script for free, but then what do you get out of it for yourself? That you have to invest in yourself. When you invest in yourself, you're more likely to pay yourself back. So this was again me working full time car dealership, just dropped out of college, like just trying to figure out what I want to do in my life. I knew I wanted to not live a normal life. It's the only thing I knew for sure. I did not want to live a normal life. So this being said, once I discovered this, and I was already calling, trying to get that first deal, but I was like, forget it, I'm about to buy his course. So I bought his course, and his course was $499, so $500. It was like a whole paycheck. I was freaking washing cars. So I was getting like $14 an hour. So this was a whole paycheck. Um, the reason why I bought it is because again, it's the idea of like I need to do something different. I got to figure out how to do this. But what can I say? So to answer your original question, should you go and purchase a course, a ticket to a seminar, a 3 day online class to learn how to get started today and invested in no money down real estate? If you guys familiar with me at all, I pride myself on being able to have a full master's degree. I got a full master's degree at YouTube University. Going for my doctorates, right? I'm going for my doctorates in artistry. Um, so me being able to be studying YouTube so much, it was like, what's the point of even spending money, because all of this stuff is free. But when I bought it, it was worth it, right? Let me tell you why it was worth it. The reason why it was worth it actually purchasing the course is because I now had a reference point. Let's back up a little bit. I was 19, and when I said, I was going to do wholesaling real estate and I was doing this, I found it out through a computer screen. So that means that there's nobody in my real life that was like, hey, here, let me grab your hand, let me show you how to do this. I haven't had that. So for me to have a reference point looking back was imperative, right? The reason why I needed a reference point is because although I did, have everything I needed as far as being able to find out the information, now I was able to, when I was on the phone, I had the exact words that this dude was saying, and it worked. So I did my own tweaks and home twists over time. This was back in 2018 when I purchased it. So this is before I even got my first wholesale deal when I purchased it. So over time, I've done my own tweaks and done this whole thing is like way different. I didn't even say exactly what he said, but the fact that now I was exposed to having somebody, to a certain extent, still was through a computer screen, but it felt different just because this was the words that he was saying. So it felt way different for me. Now, as I've grown, came up with a lot of different things, it obviously has changed a lot for me, just because I have personal experience now over 4 years. Yeah, over 4 years doing this. So this being said, this is why I'm here today with you steppers, is because we're bringing it all back full circle. So like I said, that was a $499 course that I did decide to invest in myself. If you're deciding to invest in yourself, you can head over to steptosuccess.com to invest in your success. Only if you're serious about actually getting started in real estate. And I say only if you're serious. is because don't invest in it if you're just like, man, this dude just doing real estate, but then he's doing music. Look, I'm doing what I'm doing because I know what I'm doing, not for you to uh, not for you to understand from the standpoint of not from you to understand where it's like going, but you understand where I've been. Check out Steps to Success. You understand where I've been, and you know how I've got to this point, which will lead you to believe that there's a direction, there is a vision. So when I can firmly say everything that I put into the courses and the learning materials and the learning resources through Steps to Success, from how to acquire your first wholesale deal, volume one, and also how to cold call to success, where I give you guys the complete script and also videos of me doing the script and a whole bunch of breakdown. I'll break it all down for you guys at stepsofsuccess.com. But that being said, invest in yourself only if you are sure of what you're looking to get out of it, right? Because like I just told you, when I bought that, it wasn't like King Kong, and that's the guy name that did the course. It was like he knew who D'Angelo was and what D'Angelo vision was, but what he did know is he shared his vision, and he seemed authentic. And the fact of that being, with him being able to share his vision, and me from being able to look back and see where he's came from, gave me some sort of like, man, let me try something. And that's only because I didn't know what else to do. So if that's your case, then maybe do it. But if not, if you don't want to feel like, investing into yourself from that perspective, invest into watching these videos. So you can head over to the playlist, How to Acquire Your First Wholesale Deal in 10 Days. That's on Steps to Success YouTube channel. And Steps to Steps of Success. So no S for the success. But that being said, you on there you can actually figure out how to acquire your first wholesale deal in 10 days, break it all down for you and get a more idea of the actual business of wholesaling real estate. So this is where real estate and music collides, guys, because as we continue to grow in that Stepper Sundays, we get more steppers involved in the movement. It becomes great music, but also you're leaving with value. So I'm breaking down the creative process of the actual music, but leaving you guys with value on how to get to step in for yourself because I love the culture that I was raised in, right? I was raised in the culture of music and entertainment and BET Awards back when that was popping, right? When that was the hugest thing. The 106 in Park, when that was the hugest thing ever. But looking back all through that time, it's like, man, I invested so much of myself into this culture, but what did I really get out of it? And when I say what did I really get out of it, I'm only speaking from a practical point of view. There's so many people who want to be artists. There's so many people who wants to be rappers and ball players, hoopers. Like so many people want to be involved in the culture, be famous, be known. But it's like at the end of the day, what do you really offer in the world besides the value from the standpoint of the entertainment, which I think the entertainment is hugely valued, right? Because that's why I'm doing it. I've realized when I moved out here to Florida, like, hey, music is like you can't, if you really want to impact the world, do it through the airwaves, right? Because everybody listens to music. No matter who you are, no matter what your standing in life is, you always listen to music. So that's really motivates me as an artist, and also motivates me as an artist to be able to try different genres and try different styles because I want to reach the masses, I want to reach the world.